G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Biker Bits garage, and in this video what we're going to do, or what we're going to try and do, is on the old MAX the DR650, try and get this Ralle-Moto steering dampener installed on him. Should be a fairly quick job, but hey, we know how these things normally go. Righto. So first things first, this is what comes in this pack. I bought this 5 years ago, it cost me $645. So you get the bar risers, the stabilizer unit which slots into there, and then you've got this that goes around the triple clamp bloody thing, plops in there, and that's basically how it sits there. Got some bolts and whatever. Now move this out of the way. So this is the box that it came in, and as you can see there it says RM2 kit. Now the RM2 kit is the old one. They now have an RM3 kit, stabilizer, whatever the hell you want to call it. And apparently it's pretty much this, but I think the dials, don't quote me on any of this, but the dials, they've made it a lot easier to do the adjustments and whatever. So I don't know whether you can still get this thing, but obviously if you're looking to get a stabilizer, go for the RM3. I have no idea, this is just what I've got. So, now I paid $645 for it, and that was 5 years ago. There it is there. I bought a whole heap of other bloody stuff from Vince Strand Motorcycles. So yeah, Ralle-Moto RM2 kit. Here's the instructions. I'm not going to read them all out, but basically, so it's steering dampener mounting kit, installation instructions. This product should be installed by a qualified mechanical engineer. If there is any problems, blah, 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 contact them. So, I'm definitely not a mechanic, nor an engineer, but I'm going to give it a shot. This is not a tutorial, as per usual. You're just watching me having a shot at putting this on MAX the DR650. Let's get into it. So obviously the first thing I've got to do is get rid of some of the crap so I can have some access to putting this bloody stabilizer on. Get that off. Rightio, I've got to get the old tank bag off. Back off a few clips there. Get it out of the way. Get the old thermometer off. Oh, what have we got here? Bloody phone holder thing. Got to take, I'll take this off, it'll give me a bit of room. There's bolt there, and a bolt down there. Boom, off she comes. Oh, we might as well remove the key out. Righto, so now we've got to undo these and get these bars off, or just moved out of the way. Rightio, so that should mean I can lift, hopefully, some of these bloody wires that I've put on there. Might have to take some of these zip ties off. Righto, what have we got? We've got one here. Might give me a little bit more room. Right, I reckon that should be enough room to get into all this stuff. Rightio guys, so I'm just looking at the distance from the Safari, because I've got the big Safari tank on, and how this is going to fit in there. I'll tell you what, it's going to be bloody close. Yeah, so obviously when it goes down, I'm trying to line up where this is going to sit down here on that thing. I think it's going to sit about there. If I come, oh, actually looking at it like that, oh, if I go down, oh no, it should be all right actually. Oh geez, depends on what angle you're looking at. All right, cool. Rightio, what are we looking at here guys? So obviously these are bar risers that I've got, and I've got fat bar, bloody, oh, whatever the hell they are, but different bars. But all this from here up has to go out. So down underneath there it is there. I've got to take that bolt off and we'll do away with that and that. So basically I'm just going to undo that bolt and remove that out. And then this, which was supplied with it, is the riser all in one. And that'll just go straight on, hopefully. Rightio guys, so I've worked out that that is a 14mm bolt or nut underneath there. Actually, it's not all that bloody, it wasn't all that tight, you know. Oh, don't you hate, right, get a socket. Let's see if the old socket makes it a little bit easier. Oh, it's a tricky little spot, isn't it? Righto guys, I got the little twisty thing to make it a little bit easier, and I'm just about there, and I thought, alright, I'll get you guys back out just to watch it come off. That was what I was trying to avoid to do, dropping all my bits and pieces. So, by rights, this thing should just pop out, shouldn't it? Why doesn't that just pop out? Oh, am I doing something wrong? So obviously I don't know really what I'm doing. So what I'm taking this one out because obviously when I try to turn this whole thing moves. So I've just removed these bolts to see what's, yeah, so there's just a bolt. So that should just pull out. That should, so that whole thing should just come out. Regardless, surely there's not it's not a screw. There's no weight on it. There's no weight bearing on that. Oh, geez, I tell you what, guys, I'm working up a bloody sweat. It's not hot. So it seems to be that it's screwed in. And that first part was really, like, you can hear it. So, no, it was just... So it should just pull out. But it's just so hard because of friction to get that sucker out. Wow. Oh. Rightio, so I just got to turn this to the other side. Cool, I'll be able to get that out. I'll come back to you. Right, guys, so when you're pulling these out of there, you just got to twist it. It feels like it shouldn't be doing what you shouldn't be pulling it out, but it's just those rubber, the rubber underneath and the rubber in there is the friction on that. The only way that you can't just pull it straight out, you just got to keep twisting and twisting, and it slowly comes out until it gets to the point where you can just yank it out. So that stayed on the top and the bottom ones stayed on. They will stay there, I believe. Yeah, they will. They'll stay there. Well, yeah, they have to. Rightio, guys. So the next job is to loosen that bolt there on and that one there. So that's the top part of your shocks. It's held down. I shouldn't have to worry about putting this on a jack because it's going to be held on the lower ones. So I should be able to just undo. Hang on, which way am I going? Oh shit. Which way am I going? That way. No, wrong way. Always. Oh, stay my. It all depends on which way you're looking at it. So I shouldn't have to take this all the way out. Let's just take the pressure off it. That one, and then the other side. And then we've just got to undo this one here. And then this whole thing should be able to lift up, and then we'll be able to get the little collar thing around the bottom there. Righto, so to get this middle one off, I'm lucky enough that I've got a big ass crazy 32mm socket that'll go straight on that. There we go. Beautiful. I'll just straighten that back up. There's a washer there. And remember guys, like I always say, if you don't have video cameras like I've got, take photos as you do these steps, because I tell you what, by the time you get to putting things back together, if you're like me, you forget how shit goes. So I'm just making a mental note, it's got a washer on there and a nut. Righto, so hopefully I can pull this off. I'm wondering now whether that's going to be an easy job or not. Shit, would have been better to do that with the handlebars on, but I couldn't do that. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, how the hell am I going to get that off? That's not going to come off too easy. Not too easy at all. Oh, that's not easy enough. All right. What a bloody mess. Oh, look at that. Still got some nice grease. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so obviously I'm going to clean all that bloody gunk up there, but this should sit over that somehow. There's a recess. I don't know if you can see that. Where are you? There you are. There's a recess, so obviously that's got to sit over. So I'll have to loosen this up. I'll clean that up and come back to you. Oh, the things I do for you blokes. Bloody hell. I just put all this, I just thought I'd just see if it's going to tap on. So I've cleaned it all up. It's all clean there. So it doesn't want to go, and obviously I've got to get this pretty much dead-eye dick straight. So what I had to do was just tap it like that. And I've got to watch, because I know that sometimes the weld on the frame can get in the way, but it looked like I got it down on there flat. As soon as it gets honed in on there, you can tell the difference in the tapping sound. I'm now, oh no, I'm still up. Hang on, still up. Seems to be rocking from side to side at the minute. So it might be actually hitting on the weld. Oh, quite possible. Well, that's a real bugger, because then that's a whole other ball game. That means removing all this bloody tank. I really don't want to do that. I wonder if I can get away with it just being a touch up. I mean, I can't see why I couldn't. Why does it have to be totally flush down on there? Oh, people are screaming at me. You blokes are screaming at me, I know. So if I turn that, it shouldn't matter. As long as this thing is dead-eye dick with the frame in the middle. I reckon it is. Well, I think I'm going to call that done. It does seem to be just sitting up, but I've got that, it's even all the way around. I'll just nip that up. Rightio guys, so status update, there it is on there. And so obviously this part here has to be in the middle of obviously your frame. When you're looking at it from that point, you want it in the middle of your frame. That's it. So that's on, that's all tightened up. So now I've got to get so that they supply these bolts here, these two there. They will go, where are we? Under there, up, and then into there. So we've got to put that on now. Rightio guys, so time to put this thing on. I've got some Loctite bloody on this bolt. Make sure you got both those, we'll call them washers. Let's go push up in there. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Loctite on this other one. That was a bit easier, that one. Rightio, make sure I put this on the right. That's got to go that way. Of course it doesn't want to turn easily. Oh, you bastard. Righto, see if I can get this one. Oh, come on. Make it easy on me, will you? Oh. Righto, so I'll just give them a good tighten up. Done deal. Righto, so got to get this triple clamp back on. Ugh. Come on, you bugger. Got to take the weight off that front wheel. Right. Oh, there you go. We're on. Whew. They obviously, with the two things move out of alignment, obviously. You just got to dick around until you get it. Not exactly the best way to do it. I should have put it up on the bloody on me jack stand, but the CB250 is on that at the minute. Hopefully I'm not doing any damage. Oh boy, rightio guys, it is now the next day, the next morning. It was late last night when I was doing it. Trying to get those triple clamps back on, having to use a bloody rubber mallet to... I'm thinking, oh, this isn't right. This morning I've had a look and I see what the problem is. The other thing last night is I've got to be careful of my back. I think I was pushing it a bit too much. Let me show you what the problem is. Rightio, first of all, so here's the triple clamp that I'm trying to get on, and as you can see, that's in an angle, if you know what I mean. So it's bloody important, I suppose. You've got, if something's not going on like it should normally do, don't just keep hitting it with a bloody mallet like I do. Stand back, get a second look at it, or look at it, you know, have a rest, come back and then re-look at it. So what's happened, just bring you around this way guys, I'm going to zoom you in. So you should be able to see that collar there. So that's the collar. I'll get a torch. Righto, so you can see the collar, where it comes, that collar out there is hitting on, that thing there is metal, and that's the ignition, part of the ignition barrel bit. So it's actually hitting on that, and it's holding it up. So it's just, yeah, I've got to do some, I don't know, clean up there. Now the other problem that I see is once this goes down, how am I going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get on the nut to do that up. So that might mean that I have to put that nut on first, then attach those bottom nuts to attach that on. Which means I need to get access. Oh, nothing's bloody easy. This is never a good look. All right. Okay, hopefully you should be able to see. So the culprit was this thing here is hitting on this here. And that bit there is the actual steering lock. So if I turn this key, that comes out like that. So this has actually got to come past that and down below. So I'm thinking we're going to have to grind this back to make the allowance so it'll come past it. Righto guys, so I've got this off, so I should have a fair amount, actually just get this to bloody focus. I should have a fair amount that I can grind off that without you know, causing it any, you know, what do you call it, strength or whatever. So yeah, take a fair amount of that off. While I'm doing this, I'll have a look at getting the Dremel out and getting some of that weld off so I can sit that collar back down flush. So if we have a look down, and hopefully I can do it without taking that tank off. Hopefully that's in focus. So yeah, just grind just the top of that off there, and that little bobbly bit. Rightio guys, so I've taken that down as far as I think is going to be possible without bloody yeah, being bad. I'm a man of many words without affecting the strength of it. Righto, so now that's done, now I've got to get this weld down, and I need 10 mil from where it sits, I believe, and I reckon that's only 5 mil. Seems a bit drastic, but I've got a Dremel. Okay guys, so I've done the dremeling, and I reckon that might do the trick. We're going to find out. It looks like I've cut way into it, but I haven't. That's just the angle, if you see like that as you go around. So don't freak out. Rightio, so I reckon the back is fine, but if you can look just over here, where's my finger? There it is. That weld there on that side has to be trimmed. And then the same on the other side, which is a bit of a trick to get into. But yeah, same on that side there. Hang on, let it all go. There's a bit on that side as well that's got to come off. Rightio guys, so I've done this backwards. I've been backwards and forwards on doing it. So I'd grind, put the thing on, see if it would fit, and I've done that a couple of times. So this is the end result. So we've got the weld. Oh, hopefully that's gonna, there we go, it's done there. And then if we come around here to there, that's all now being cleaned up. And then around on this side, we move some of this stuff out of the way. Right, in there, hopefully that's been cleaned up as well. Rightio, so now we've got to put this back on again. Get that roughly where it needs to go. Oh, get out of the way, will you? Have it level. It's very hard. I've got angles going all over the joint, and I've got to make sure I'm being straight with. Well, it's just got to be in the middle of that bar, which it is now. All right. I reckon that's pretty bloody good. Brilliant. Righto, do this up. Beautifully. Beautifully, apparently. Nice, done. Rightio, had to take the bloody front wheel off just to get these forks bloody popping back up. Whacked the triple clamp back on and it just pretty much fell on a slight tap and into place. So I've got it exactly on both sides where I normally run it, which is where I can just see where the cap finishes. This has all now got free play, so that is not yeah, so in there it's not touching anymore. But I tell you what, I was lucky I took as much as I did off. Right, slowly bloody getting there. This is always the way. You think a simple job? No. No bloody simple jobs around here. Oh, and I'll just let you know, I forgot to bloody paint where I grinded off that the weld stuff. I was going to put some paint, touch-up paint over that just to protect it from the rusting. I did forget to do it. I'm not bloody worrying about it because I'm not pulling all that bloody shit back out. Next time I do a pull down, I'll just do it. Clean up the rust that'll form, obviously. It's not gonna fall apart. All right. Rightio, guys. It looks like I'm going to be able to fit this on a little bit crooked, but enough to get purchased on it, I think. Yeah, cool. Well, how about I turn that all the way that way? Righto. I'll just give that a tap. Rightio guys, so here is the state of play. So I've managed to get the, I don't know what the last thing, we've had two. I've had my sister come up for lunch, and then we've had Matt and Haley here, and oh geez, so I've been in and out on this bloody job. So got the triple clamp down. That bolt down there is tightened up, so I made sure that was sweet. Got all, so yeah, I think I said I had to take the wheel off to be able to get this, or anyway, that plopped on, which left that. So now, basically this thing here just sits down. It sits over that. That whole bolt thing is adjustable, so it goes, you can wind that in and out to work out what height you want. And I'm presuming that you just have it. Oh shit, is that touching? Oh, that's touching. I reckon that's bloody touching. Oh, I might have to do that again. Damn it. Didn't realise, obviously, when I screwed these down, it's brought it down closer. So I have to wind the bolt down and then use that lock nut to then lock it off. But yeah, I can see it's touching, so that's no good. All right, cool. But that's where we are at the minute, guys. So I'll quickly do that, then I'll bring this back up. I've just got doing the bloody camera work, so as you can see, this bolt just goes. So go down a bit, do that lock nut, and hopefully that'll be low enough. And we'll grab this thing, if you come up over the top, May. And the trick apparently is to get this on, because underneath here, it's big there and big up there, but not in the middle. When you put it on, start at one end, it goes down and then push back. And that should, oh, if I get the bloody bike straight. There we go. Slots in its little spot. Put in the screws. Is that, how far is it?
It's not poking out.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, why won't these go in? Why not one?
Because you're not on properly, obviously. It doesn't look like it's straight.
Hang on, need me short lookers. Oh. Now we're in.
Oh, yeah, it's poking out a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, we want a little bit. So guys, this has not been a lot of the troubles that I've had have been my own stupidity. That's just the way it goes. And I've made sure, hopefully I've made sure that I've left all my stupidity in there, so that you guys get to see that and just not get tricked into bloody...
Yeah, it's poking out now, you can see it.
Oh, so it is going down, but it's not touching the top?
Not yet.
Cool.
Oh, hang on, slow down. It's very hard to look in the camera and look
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's pulled it down quite a lot, so
Right.
I think you're going to have to
go
lower.
Right, we'll come back to you guys. Right, let's see if we get a better attempt this time. Slot that on there, push it back, straight in. This is the thing when you...
See, it's poking out already.
Oh, is it?
Not much, but
Oh no, that's, yeah.
that's what it was before, so...
How's that looking?
Oh, it doesn't seem to have moved it, so...
Yeah, so it was obviously, we were thinking it was going down and it wasn't.
It wasn't put
The
on.
actual bolt was holding it up. Alright, I reckon that's a done deal. Yeah, brilliant. And guys, I'm just gonna, just straight up, you filming, yeah?
Where do you want me?
Just to watch. So we're on number 1. I think this is the low speed. That's the high speed. The low speed, so at the moment, this will just fall as it is. So if I just crank that all the way up to 8, like that, now, yeah, see how I've got to pull that around until it will then go to a release. So that's it actually working. Well, there you go, guys. That's Max all put back together. It all went back together. It was never bloody easy. All the wires and bits of all the stuff that I've added to it was just craziness. But anyway, got it all back together, wheels on. Everything feels all good. I'm happy with the way I put it together. Apart from not painting that stuff that I grinded off, I will do that at a later stage. I know I've got to go back in there. I want to change over something. I want to clean up the electrics in there and also swap out for a new cigarette lighter, the USB thing. We've got a new product that has this. Doesn't matter, but I need to swap it over so I can test it. Anyway, right now what we're going to do is have a look at this stabilizer and just run through a couple of things. Rightio, so I've put him back up on the what do you call it, the jack. So at the moment it's free spinning. So I've got these settings, the low speed and the high speed are both set to 1. So that's basically not going to make any difference. So that's just like normal, just whatever. So if we turn this low speed one all the way to 8, which is the highest setting, that's now just going to, it's just going to sit wherever it goes. I've got to really push on that and then it releases until it gets back to square, and now it's set again. So turning and then release, and then you can go straight back and then it sets it again. So obviously I'm going to link in the description. I found a video that actually explained how these stabilizers work, because I'd always ask people and they kind of like to da 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 da, and I couldn't really understand what this thing's supposed to be doing. I didn't know how it kind of like worked, if you know what I mean. I don't know. But this video that I'm going to link to explained it really well. And there's things like with a low speed, if you up the low speed right up to like 8 where it is, it then counteracts your high speed setting. So there's a lot of tricky. I don't know when you'd want to have the high speed, you know, up really high anyway. Maybe sand riding. I don't know. But so at this stage, it looks like it's working because it's doing what, you know, it's supposed to do. I can't show you the high speed because, or can I? So if I back the low speed back to 1, so at the moment I can do that and nothing's happening. So if I put that to 6, I wonder if that's gonna, no, that doesn't seem to do anything. So if I put that back to 1, I wonder if it's reversed. No, doesn't do anything. Yeah, see, I don't know. So the speed, I believe the speed is not to do with the speed that you're traveling at. It's the speed that these handlebars are turning. So the low speed is when you're just low speed turning. And the high speed is the high speed of the handlebars. Don't listen to me. But anyway, so far it looks like it's working. I don't know how to test the high speed apart from being on the track and it actually doing that. I don't know how fast you have to turn this for it to work. That just doesn't seem to do anything. So if I put that to 3 maybe, that's quite, I don't know. Somebody in the comments tell me if there's a way to test how that high speed thing works. I don't know. Cool, alright, let's have a quick chat. Rightio, so as I said, I'm not a mechanic or anything like that, so don't take this video of exactly how to do the installation of that. I believe I've done it. It's on there, it seems to be working, nothing seems to be broken. Obviously I've still got to do the test ride, but hopefully this video just kind of like gives you a visual look at if you've got a DR650 and what's involved in putting on a stabilizer yourself, a dampener, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, fairly easy. It's like anything. Now after doing the job, I could do that a whole lot easier. That's the same with all the jobs that I do, but you know, it's always the same. It's always the same thing. It's always bloody hard, and I do a lot of things the hard way and make mistakes. The second time around that I do this, I could do this a whole lot easier. It'd be a whole lot less hassle. And that's normally with everything that I do, because it's just I'm doing stuff to my bike, and you do one thing one time, if you know what I mean. And then if you do the job again, it's most probably years down the track and you've forgotten all of what you've bloody done before. But anyway, there you go. All right, I'm going to stop waffling on. Hope you found it entertaining. Maybe got some information out of it. Whatever. Righto, remember, keep on riding, guys. And if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on. Oh, and actually, there will be a video of me taking that out and testing it. I'll most probably do a bit of test footage for Man Cave Tuesday, just riding Harry. I don't think there's really anywhere around here that I'm going to be able to test that high speed dampening. I really think I'm going to need to get into one of the sand areas or something. But anyway, we'll have a shot of it. And then I'll do a proper video of testing the stabilizer on a DR650, and is it worth paying $650 and all the hassle of putting it on.